Today what we're going to do is a wilted arugula salad with a fried egg and some fun braised cabbage. Some of the ingredients that we need to start off with is some raw cabbage chopped. I'm going to show y'all how to cook that. We got some really good bacon that's actually Peterson's bacon that comes from Texas. We're going to make a vinaigrette, which you need just simple, whatever vinegar you fancy. I like apple cider, Dijon mustard, and then over here I have a little bit of olive oil. After that, whatever green you prefer, I like using arugula. So we got some good arugula here and some really good French goat cheese. All these products can be purchased here, and we got an array of plenty of varieties of them. This here is a great flatbread that our own chef Aaron makes. He's the bakery manager here. It's a really good flatbread that I like to garnish the salad with. Toasted pine nuts. We do have these here in bulk, but if you don't like pine nuts, take the nuts out, or if you like another nut, they'll work just fine. We're going to put a very simple vinaigrette together. This is a great little tool that I like to keep at home in a little squeeze bottle. You can buy them for 59 cents. You can easily make it in here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make it in the mixing bowl, and then we'll put it in there because it holds very well. We need a little bit of Dijon mustard, a little bit of cider vinegar or whatever vinegar you like. A lot of people like balsamic. We're going to mix this up. Touch of fresh cracked pepper, kosher salt. Then we're going to take our olive oil, mix a little bit of olive oil in there. And this is one of those things you can just kind of do to taste. I like my vinaigrettes real nice and tart, but some people like it a little more oily and a little thicker. So there we go. We got a simple vinaigrette. And again, another really easy way to do it is you could do this in the mixing bowl. In the squeeze bottle, excuse me. You just put all your ingredients in the squeeze bottle. And you can hold it just like that. So if it separates, all you gotta do is put your hand over it. Make sure you put your hand over the top, shake it up, and there you go, it's come back together. All right, next what we're gonna do is we're gonna braise our cabbage. Make sure you let your pan get hot before you add any oil. I use grapeseed oil here. It has a high smoke point, meaning it doesn't burn, and it also doesn't infuse any flavor in what we're using. I use grapeseed oil for things that I'm trying to get a good sear on, but not add any flavor to. So now that you see our pan's nice and hot, you can always tell when that oil is moving around real quick like that and it seems nice and loose. That means your pan's nice and warm. We got chopped cabbage here. So you hear that sound? That's the sound that you want. That means flavor. That makes me happy. Get a nice surface on there so we're getting some sear on there. I'm going to come over here, grab a touch of salt. Again, it's kosher salt, and I use fresh cracked pepper. So now that you've seen that the cabbage is nice and glossy like that, and you see some brown in there, some good caramelization, and it seems like the cabbage is wilted a little bit. Sorry, I'm going to reach over you. I got some port here, port wine. If you don't have port at home, you can easily use red wine. I just really like the fruitiness of port. But if you have some red wine at home, you got a bottle of wine that you got open that you didn't get to drink and you got a little left over, you can easily use that, but you might want to put a pinch of sugar in there along, if you're substituting red wine for port, because port does have more sugar in it. And it does have a nice sweetness. That's kind of what we're going for. This braised cabbage I use on all kinds of salads. It's just a nice little addition to salads. It gives it nice texture and a little more flavor, different flavor. So we're going to deglaze there. It's going to flame up a little bit. It's high in alcohol. So we're going to burn that alcohol out of there. Once that burns off, we're going to pop it in the oven and let that cook down and braise. All right. So now we're going to go in the oven. It'll probably go in the oven for about 15 or 20 minutes, about 350 degrees. So now what we're going to do is what my favorite part is about this salad is a fried egg. I love adding a fried egg to it. It makes it nice and hearty. It gives it a nice little fun Euro bistro feel. But man, once you break that egg yolk up in that salad and mix it up, it just makes for a really phenomenal salad. So what I like to use for when I'm frying eggs and stuff like that is I like to use a Teflon pan. Anything coated just makes it a little easier for the cooking, and also at home, I don't like to clean up very much. It makes it a lot easier to clean. All right, we're gonna take a little chunk of butter. I put just a touch of oil in there, just to keep that butter from burning. Turn the heat down a little bit. One good little trick too that I've learned in my days of spending a lot of time in the kitchen is instead of going from here to the pan, a lot of times people are really good at busting the egg yolk. What a nice little trick, and of course if you're doing multiple eggs, this helps too, is get you a little container, like a little ramekin or something, or if you have like a little Rubbermaid container that you carry leftovers in, put it in there, and then that way you're sure that you're not going to break the egg yolk. So then from here, we're going to put that in there. We're going to let that cook. I like doing my eggs sunny side up because I really like having that yolk and that richness in the salad, but you can cook it to whatever temperature you want. So I'm going to reach over here, again, touch of kosher salt, fresh cracked pepper. We're going to let that go. To keep that heat nice and low so the egg doesn't burn. All right, so now we're finishing this egg up. We've got some great ingredients that work very well by themselves. Now we're going to put them all together to make a phenomenal salad. So we got arugula. We got our great pork braised cabbage. Really, really good texture. And I like mixing all my salads up. You know, the best bites of your salad are always the last couple bites because everything gets mixed up. Well, you put it in a mixing bowl before you plate it, all those great flavors come together and every bite's the same. Toasted pine nuts, I like to keep a couple extra on the side so we can garnish. Touch of pepper, touch of salt, and then here we go. We have our homemade vinaigrette that we made in a squeeze bottle. All right, we're ready to hit the plate. I like plating it in a bowl so all those goodies come together and you don't lose it. And also when you get to soak it up with some good bread, you get all the goodies. So we're gonna mix this up, making sure that every bite is gonna be nice and tasty and the same. Right. Make sure we got all that good bacon and pine nut there. Put that to the side. Then we'll garnish it with some more pine nuts. And then here we go. We got our fried egg. Put that right over the top. Like so. That brown butter. And then I got my goat cheese here. And again, this is one of many goat cheeses that we have. This is a really nice French goat cheese that I've been playing around with a lot lately. And we're just going to garnish with it. And then there we go. We got a killer salad. And again, like I said, we can finish it off with this great flatbread. This is a Parmesan and sea salt flatbread. You can do this very easily. Or when you come to my house and eat it with my family, I get a baguette, break it in half, and go to town. And there we go. We got a great wilted arugula salad with braised cabbage, bacon, toasted pine nuts, and some fresh goat cheese, fried egg, and a nice little baguette. Bon appetit.